The real does not die. The unreal never lived. Nisargadatta Maharaj. What if death is not the end, but merely the falling away of what was never truly you? What if the body withers, but the self remains untouched, eternal, silent, free? In the final days of his life, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, one of the most direct and uncompromising spiritual masters of the 20th century, continued to teach the essence of non-duality, not with sermons, but with presence. Welcome to Truthfully Free, the channel where we dive deep into timeless wisdom from mystics, sages, and awakened minds to help you live with clarity, peace, and inner freedom. Today, we explore The Last Days of Nisargadatta Maharaj by Mohan Gaitonde, a heartfelt account of the great sage's final months. This book is more than a biography. It's a window into the unshakable awareness of one who had transcended the body and mind, even as his body succumbed to cancer. Let's journey into these final teachings, where silence speaks louder than words, and dying becomes the ultimate lesson in living. Key ideas from the last days in Nisargadatta Maharaj by Mohan Gaitonde. A window into the deathless presence of a realized sage. 1. The body is not the self. As Nisargadatta Maharaj lay dying from throat cancer, one might expect sorrow, fear, or attachment. But what radiated from him instead was unwavering stillness and clarity. He constantly reminded his visitors, "I am not the body, nor am I limited by it." This teaching was not just philosophical, it was embodied. Even in great physical pain, he refused to identify with the body, showing that the true self is beyond form, untouched by disease, birth, or death. He encouraged seekers to drop identification with the body-mind complex, recognizing it as a temporary appearance within awareness. 2. Awareness is prior to consciousness. Maharaja often pointed to a subtle distinction. Consciousness, the feeling of I am, is not the ultimate. It arises with the body and vanishes at death or deep sleep. But awareness, the unchanging background reality, is ever present. You are not the waking state. You are not the I am. You are before the I am. This core teaching invites a radical inquiry. Who or what am I before I know I am? In his final days, Maharaja urged students to abide in that primordial awareness, not as a belief, but as a living reality accessible in the present moment. 3. Death is just a concept. But to Nisargadatta, death was just another event in consciousness, like a dream fading away. Don't waste your time with the body. You are not dying. What dies is the idea you have of yourself. His attitude toward death was calm, almost indifferent. He often laughed when asked about dying. For him, the death of the body was as irrelevant as the setting of the sun to the sky. What you truly are remains untouched. This is not detachment from life, but freedom within it. 4. The urgency of self-realization. Maharaja knew he had little time left, and this urgency was reflected in his dialogues. He became even more direct, often refusing to entertain philosophical questions or intellectual debates. Instead, he demanded sincerity. Come to me with earnestness. Bring your sense of urgency, or don't come at all. This intense energy reminded seekers that freedom is not for tomorrow. It's available here and now for those who are ready to question the false self and turn inward to the source. 5. The teacher dies, but the teaching remains. In his last moments, Maharaja never claimed to be a guru in the traditional sense. He didn't want followers. He wanted people to awaken. He made it clear that the truth doesn't depend on a person or lineage. Don't cling to me. The pointer is not important. See where it's pointing. His message was consistent. Look beyond the teacher to the teaching, and then look beyond the teaching to your own direct experience. Even as he prepared to die, his concern was only that others awaken to what he had realized. You might be wondering, how can these profound teachings help me in my everyday life? How do I live as awareness while navigating bills, family, emotions, and uncertainty? Let's explore 3 simple but powerful ways to embody the wisdom of Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, starting right where you are. 1. Return to the I am. Sit with pure being. Before any thought, before your name, your job, or your worries, there is a simple sense of I am, just being. Nisargadatta called this the doorway to truth. Take a few minutes each day. No phone, no distraction, and just rest in that sense of presence. Not thinking about being. Just being. He said, stay in the I am. It is the only doorway to the real. This practice dissolves your attachment to roles and stories. Over time, you begin to feel the difference between your true self and the ever-changing noise of the mind. 2. Question the belief. I am the body. When stress, fear, or pain arises, notice how the mind immediately identifies with the body. My back hurts. I'm scared. I'm dying. Pause and ask, is this sensation who I am? Or is it just being observed? This self-inquiry doesn't deny pain, but it cuts the chain of identification. It helps you realize, I am aware of the body. Therefore, I cannot be the body. As Maharaja said, you are not in the body is in you. Try it the next time you're triggered or overwhelmed. Watch the reaction instead of becoming it. 3. Accept death and live fully now. Most of us live in fear of loss, sickness, and death. But Nisargadatta's life was proof that even at the doorstep of death, freedom is possible. So rather than fearing the end, use it as a reminder. Life is impermanent, but awareness is not. Whatever comes, comes and goes. This frees you to love more fully, speak more honestly, and live without clinging. Each day, ask yourself, if I were not afraid to lose anything, how would I live today? That's the beginning of true liberation. Nisargadatta didn't ask us to become philosophers. He asked us to wake up, not tomorrow. Now. And the beautiful truth is, you don't need to travel to a mountain, join an ashram, or follow any guru. Your own presence is the path. Let's close today's journey with a powerful quote from Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. When I look inside and see that I am nothing, that's wisdom. When I look outside and see that I am everything, that's love. Between these two, my life flows. Pause for a moment. Breathe. Let that sink in. You are not the name, the roles, the fear, the past, or the body. You are the awareness in which all of that comes and goes. And from that space, wisdom and love can flow freely without effort. Thank you for watching today's video on the last days of Nisargadatta Maharaj, here on Truthfully Free, where ancient wisdom meets your everyday awakening. If this message resonated with you, give it a like, share it with someone on the path, and subscribe for more insights from enlightened masters and sacred teachings. Until next time, stay still, stay aware, and stay truthfully free.